You're from Bunbury, you're a small business owner, maybe you're from a sporting club, or maybe you've just got a really cool print idea that you want to bring to life. You've landed in the exact right spot. We're Outfit Co, and we specialize in complete, start to finish, tailored solutions for all of your clothing printing jobs right here in Bunbury. Yes, you heard that right. We supply and we print for all of your printing jobs here in Bunbury, and that's our strength. You've probably gone online and ordered something and then it arrived like 2, 3 or 4 weeks later just to realize it's not what you ordered or it's not what you wanted, and then you've got to try and figure it out with an AI chatbot. Maybe you've tried going down the embroidery route where you find out that the business who sells you the garment and the business who does the embroidery are not the same person, and then what you want gets lost in translation. Or maybe you've explored the screen printing route where you come to find out that every color change, every size change, every screen incurs additional costs along the way. Well, that's where we fit in. We offer a broad range of garments. We offer high-vis, we offer polos, shirts, tees, hats, hoods, jackets, shorts, pants, the list goes on, and we print in-house. So what does that mean? It means that we control every step of the way. Plus, we've been doing this for 5 years, we've served over 200 local businesses, and we've also printed thousands and thousands of goods, which means we've seen it all before. We understand what matters, we've simplified the process, and now we deliver a really great supply and print process directly to you. Do you want to find out how it works? Let's go. All right, let's talk a little bit about the process. This is actually the fun part. We're going to break down the consult call and exactly what you can expect when we have that consult call. The consult call is going to happen on Zoom or FaceTime. The reason that we do this is so I can show you my screen and we can make adaptations or changes to your garments and your prints in real time. You can direct me with how you want them, bigger, smaller, different colors, upside down, whatever it might be. And we can just get all of that project dialed in one consolidated call. Sound good? All right, so you've done the survey, you got an email from us, and in that email, you were asked what garments you're after. Now, this can be vague or this can be very specific. We prefer it to be specific purely because it saves time. But if you're like, look, I'm not sure, I kind of want some t-shirts, or I want some hats, or, tell me what you think, we're happy to make our recommendations. What we basically need to know is what style of garment. Is it a t-shirt? Is it a long sleeve? Is it workwear? Is it high vis? Is it a hat? What color do you want it? And what quantity are you after? With that, we can put together a project. Now, this can be just one garment. Maybe you're just after blue t-shirts with a print on the front, or maybe you're after a whole selection of garments to make a collection. It might be work shirts, jackets, pants, and shorts, or it might be hoods, hats, and tees. Whatever it is, put that all in the email so that we can have this prepared for you by the time we have this consult call, which saves us both time. Second thing that we're going to ask for in that call is a vector format version of your logo or your artwork. Basically what that means is the graphic that we're going to be printing, we need that as a vector. Now, if you don't know what a vector is, basically it means it's an editable version of that logo or of that graphic so that when it comes to printing, we're getting the best possible result. Now, by the end of the consult call, we're going to have something that looks like this, which is an entirely developed project, which we can then move forward with. With that project, we can see exactly what the garment is, what prints are involved, where the prints are, what size they are, and also on top of this, we'll also have information like how many of each garment in what size, and if you have any information like deadlines or things like that, that will all be collected during this consult call. So we essentially have all the information we need to get the ball rolling from there. Now, the reason that we do a consolidated consult call is to make sure that we don't have this process taking like days or weeks or sometimes even months. I've seen it go on before. It's getting every single bit of information that we need as the supplier and printer off you, the client, to make this happen as quick as possible. So we're not wasting time. So let's jump in and have a look at what you'll see when we call you. Now, when I share my screen with you on the console, it's going to look something like this. Now, I've created an example logo here of a company called Example Company. Now, it's a nice simple logo, but I wanted to keep it simple so that it wasn't too complicated. Here we have all of the garments that in that email that I've emailed Mr. Example, let's call him Tom. So Tom went through the survey, he got the email saying, hey, what garments are you after and can we have your logo? This is Tom's logo that he sent me, and this is all the garments that Tom wanted. He wanted a high-vis long sleeve shirt with no day-night tape on it. He wanted a jacket, high-vis with day-night tape. He wanted some work pants. He wanted a hoodie, some black shirts, and a hat. So, bit of a collection here. Now, I'm going to have all this prepared by the time we have our call so that if you do want to make any changes to this garment or that garment, because you might look at it and go, oh no, the long sleeve shirt, we actually do need day-night tape on that. That's a really quick swap out. But if we're having to establish all the garments before we even look at the logo, then sometimes it can drag out a little bit, but that's okay. So let's get to designing. I'm going to start with the easy stuff, which is the t-shirts, hoods, and hats. Now, sometimes you will know exactly what you want. You might know exactly what sort of prints you're after. You also might just say, hey, I just need to get some shirts made. Here's the artwork that we're working with. You tell me what looks good. And in that instance, I'm just going to take my 5+ years of experience, the thousands of garments that I've printed, and say, hey, Tom from Mr. Example Company, this is exactly what I think looks cool. And you might go, oh, I really like that, but on the front, can we maybe get rid of all the stuff around the logo and can we just have the word example? And I say, you know what, Tom? I think that's a great idea. Let's do that. How does that look? And Tom says, make it a little bit smaller if you don't mind. I say, okay, I'll make it a bit smaller. And bang, there we go. You like how the back looks? Tom says, I like how the back looks. We move on to the next part. Now, instead of wanting direction, you might know exactly what you want. So you might say, hey, on the hoodie, I want a small chest print logo, standard, on the right-hand side. And then on the back, I want it nice and big across the shoulder blades, like every hoodie that exists. And I say, cool, done it before, seen it before, how does that look? Then you say, actually, I was also thinking that I might have the word company down the sleeve. And I say, okay, cool. Well, let's grab the word company from your vectorized logo, which means we can edit it. And I get it, and I turn it, and I put it on the sleeve. And because you can see my screen, and because we can edit this in real time, because you're watching what I'm doing, you say, hey, I actually thought it would be heaps bigger than that. Can you make it bigger? Well, absolutely we can make it bigger. You tell me when to stop. Well, too big, go back. There we go. How's that looking? I love it, Tom says. And there we have a hoodie ready to go. Beautiful. All right, now let's make some high-vis goodies. I'm going to grab this logo again. First thing that comes to mind is the white isn't really popping on the work shirt. Now, because we're doing this all in real time, and because I'm very quick at these edits, I'm going to say, look, there's two immediate options that come to mind. The first one is we can just make your logo black, and bang, it pops. How good is that? But the reality of that is most of the time, especially when it comes to logos and company logos, we can't change the color of the logo because that's the company color. So let's say, for the sake of the example company, that white is the company color. I would go, all right, that's cool. What I'm going to do instead is actually give that a bit of a landing pad so that we can give it a border the whole way around. We can lock that color in and still make it pop off the yellow shirt. Just like this, we'll get it all centralized. Ooh, look at that. And I'll say, righto, Tom, which one are we feeling? We'll zoom out and give you a look. And then Tom goes, I think keeping the company colors is a great idea. Let's do that. We have the white company color with the black background, makes it pop. Tom also requests that his name is on the shirt because Tom, being you, is a professional. Bang. Well, that's a little bit big maybe. Actually, no, that's about right. I think maybe that just needs to go down a touch and maybe a little bit smaller. Oh, now we're talking. Look at that. All right. Now I'm thinking, and you can agree with me or disagree with me, Tom. We can make changes as we go, but probably not going to be changing that too much for the jacket. So we've got nice continuity between the two garments. In actual fact, you know what we could do, Tom? Let's do the exact same thing for the name because I think it's going to look that little bit more professional. Not that I would normally do this with a name, but because we've done it with your logo, I'm thinking you only live once. You may as well have good looking uniforms. Do you agree, Tom? I thought so. I hope you're keeping up with this you being Tom the Example Company analogy. Otherwise, this is probably very confusing. Right. Like that. Cool. Now they're starting to look very... There we go. Bit more continuity between the two. All right. That looks great. And of course, we have the pants, which typically companies and people don't choose to print. But let's say that you're a little bit different and you want the company printed on there. We can print on 99% of the garments that we supply. Some are a little bit tricky, but pants we can certainly print on. And as per your request, we can definitely come to the party. Now, there is just one last thing, which is the hat that we forgot to do. Let's go with the obvious. And then you say, you know what, I was actually thinking about putting the logo upside down. I say, okay, well, I don't agree, but you're the customer and the customer is always right. It actually doesn't look that bad. It looks kind of kooky. I mean, it definitely looks better the right way up. I think we can all agree. But you wanted it upside down, so upside down it is. Love your work, Tom. And just like that, we've developed an entire collection, right? I'm talking 6 garments, designed, ready to go. The only thing we need to know from here is how many of each size of each garment we're after, if there's a deadline or if there's any other specific information. Maybe you want a back print on the jacket, or maybe you want, I don't know, you want a couple hoodies without the sleeve print, whatever it is. We sorted out the rest of the consult call, and then the entire rest of the process is in our hands. The next time you hear from us is a call saying, hey, are you available? I'm coming around to deliver your goods today. That all sounds very good. Let me show you a little bit of the printing process and around our workshop. Welcome to the heartbeat of the operation. This is our studio and this is a Mimaki DTF printer. I don't want to brag, but this is the top of the range Mimaki DTF printer, which usually you have to go to a big city to find these. Having one of these in Bunbury, I think, is a massive advantage. This is a commercial top-end printer. It is printing, prepping and curing these transfers ready for your garment, which means that we can turn projects into garments that are deliverable in the shortest amount of time possible. Having this here is a big asset for us. It's also a big asset for you as the client. What's going on? That printer is printing them out and preparing them to have some adhesion sand applied to it. That adhesion sand then goes through a curing process to prepare it for the heat press. That heat press then glues that onto the shirt itself. Now, this is actually pigment by pigment printed onto the shirt, which means that it moves, stretches, and flexes with the garment. This is new technology and very exciting. I keep on saying exciting because it's very exciting to have this at our use right here in Bunbury. Once your goods are ready to go, you'll be getting a call from me for your free delivery in the Bunbury area, which we offer to all of our customers. And now here's a few words from some of our past clientele.
Hello, Connor Gallardi from Outdoor World in Bunbury. Here to let you know that we get all our uniforms from Outfit Co, run by Jake Kerr. You get consolidation, you get quality service, and you get a great quality product. Just look at these prints, awesome prints. Jake comes highly recommended for all your uniform needs. Don't wait, call Jake today.
I'm Liam Harris, a co-founder of Little Spencer Coffee Co Bakehouse. We get our crew neck sweaters and staff tees from Outfit Co. They have been incredible in the process. They're always super quick and efficient with printing and supply and printing of our shirts as well. Always love how we work together. It's always really quick and collaborative, and yeah, always love the experience. It delivered super quick every time. Fantastic service from start to finish. Couldn't recommend anyone else really. Yeah, for everything going forward and future brand releases and stuff, we're definitely using Outfit Co.
Hey guys, Zach from Red Hot Engineering. We've been using Outfit Co for about 2 years now. Jake's been with us sort of since the start. Does all our hoodies, work shirts, all our merch and everything. And yeah, use Jake down at Outfit Co and legend.
Hey, my name is Reese and I'm from Veen Physiotherapy. We got all our outfits from Jake at Outfit Co. The thing I love about Outfit Co is particularly the efficiency and also the convenience. I'm able to just show Jake exactly what I want. He whips up a few different things, goes and gets what I need, and then basically brings it straight back to the office. It's as easy as that, and I'd highly recommend using Outfit Co purely because of the quality and that efficiency. Definitely go and see them soon.